Jim Supreme, Jim Supreme, Jim Supreme, Jim Supreme, Jim Supreme.
Niggas say he wants to smoke, so he getting all off. Baby Draco hit his head, and it's gonna knock your top off. Say he stepping in that field, don't get your bitch ass dog whoa. Dunking shit all in the paint, I really feel like John Wall. Yeah, I need your love like little baby, why'd you leave? Us against the world, I really thought just you and me. You steady stab me in my back, I guess you love to see me bleed. I should've never trusted her, I should've known she for the team. I should've known, I should've known, I should've known, I should've known. I don't know how to show my feelings, so I put it in this song. She asking where I'm at, she texting and she blowing up my phone. You had your chance and you fucked it up, gon' miss me when I'm gone. Yeah, now I'm stacking up my pay. I've been running up the rackies and I'm staying out the way. These niggas tryna steal my flow and I'm just trying to ride the wave. And if you tell up on the bros, we bound to push you in the grave. Step 1, never trust a hoe, she'll set you up. Step 2, get yourself a glizzy, always keep it tough. Step 3, step behind the bros and never give a fuck. Step 4, go run up your rackies, go run up your buck. Yeah, go run up your pay. Promise to my mama that your son gon' see better days. They ask me how I'm doing, I sit quiet, don't know what to say. I'm tryna get $1 million, no time to sit back and wait. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Niggas say he wants to smoke, so he getting all off. Baby Draco hit his head and it's gon' knock your top off. Say he stepping in that field, don't get your bitch ass dog whoa. Dunking shit all in the paint, I really feel like John Wall. Yeah, I need your love like little baby, why'd you leave? Us against the world, I really thought just you and me. You steady stab me in my back, I guess you love to see me bleed. I should've never trusted her, I should've known she for the team. I should've known.
Welcome to the stream.
I should've known.
Everybody.
Yeah, I should've known.
I think today we might play like a little bit of Roblox. I doubt it, but other than that, we're gonna be reacting today. Yeah, we're gonna be reacting today. Like for real, we're gonna be reacting. There's already some videos I kind of want to look at that they put in suggestions. So, oh yeah, chat. Today gonna be a little smooth, little calm day. Stream might last about hour and a half, maybe 2. You know what I'm saying? We always gonna reach for 2. The spooky days, you know what I'm saying? We gonna reach for 3, 3.5. So, hey chat, we here. Last stream chat, ain't gonna lie, that jump was fun. It was a W stream. W yellow again in the chat for real. Cause that boy chat, but oh no. That boy right there, he stayed up. That boy stayed up till like 3 o'clock in the morning just to watch me. That's crazy. W yellow in the chat for real. But my boy put an all-nighter. But hopefully everyone's doing good. You know what I'm saying? Let me finish spreading the word real quick. I gotta spread the word. Everybody gotta know. If everybody don't know, then what am I like what am I supposed to be doing, chat? I'm trying to make sure this junk's straight. Like make sure I'm centered. I don't feel centered. Bro. Alright, I think that works, but I feel like I'm a little cricket. Yeah. I need your love, love, baby, why'd you leave? Us against the world, I really... Heck no. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, I think that's straight. I think that's straight. Us against the world, I really thought just you and me. I stand me in my you see me, but I should've known. Actually, no, he's not gonna be on. So I'm about to say, actually, chat. Yo, we could honestly have like a little yap sesh, depending on who's all on. Shoot, chat. I talked with one of my friends. I know the OG people that know what I be talking about, but I did hit him out, and we might have a stream coming soon, chat. But it's not gonna be like he's gonna be in person. It's gonna be a virtual one, John like that. So yeah. Shoot, that's what I'm doing. Everyone tap in. I'm standing on my page. Now I'm running out the right and staring out the way. I'm bound to push you in the grave. Step one, I ain't putting the rest to set you up. Step two, give yourself a blick and always keep tuck. Step four, step behind the bros and never. Don't sit back and wait. Promise that your son, mama promise that your son gonna see better days. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Get knocked off. Baby Draco, jump on. Yeah, I need your love, baby. Why'd you leave? Us against the world, I really find you and me. I said, steady in my back. I ain't gonna lie, I'm just singing. Yo, chat, I ain't gonna lie. Aqua was good, bro. Was good. I ain't gonna lie, chat though. Ain't gonna lie. Hey, 4th of July was kind of smooth though. It was kind of smooth. I'm not gonna lie, chat. It was definitely kind of smooth. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, they had a cookout. Man, that food was so good, chat. Ain't gonna lie, I might go back over there later on today. I'm finna tear that food up. I ain't gonna lie, chat. That food was so good. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Hooped around because they got a basketball hoop. You know, driveway, things like that. So, you know, hooped around. Yeah. Then we played football. Yeah, spanked them. You know what I'm saying? I got interception. I threw like all three touchdowns. Wait, all 5 touchdowns. All 5 touchdowns. Because y'all know I'm QB1 for real, chat. Like, for real. Now I'm not done with college. I got 2 more years. So like, ain't gonna lie, like, it was smooth. It was smooth. I'm not gonna lie though. And then fireworks came behind the house. It's like a little fireworks show. So shoot, hey, so you know, sometimes we watch it, but the trees kind of grew, so we couldn't even watch it that well this year. And then yeah, of course, you know, we did some fireworks and junk like that. So like when a fireworks show is over with, they usually drive all like you see the traffic drive by the house. So usually when that happens, we literally put out our best fireworks and try to give them a little show while they driving by. Be like, nah, this the real show. What they talking about? Cause I mean, like, kind of is. You know what I'm saying? We be going crazy though. We do be going crazy. Yeah. Last night was smooth though. It was really smooth. Ace, what's good? What's good? How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, it was smooth though, chap. Ain't gonna lie. Smooth little day yesterday. Got to relax. I ain't getting no type of editing done. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't gonna lie. Chap. Ain't gonna lie. Nah. I don't even know if I want to edit the video I recorded. Cause shoot, I had like so much hair on the side of my face. Sloth, what's good? How's it going? Oh, Ace, appreciate the sub, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you. How's it going, Sloth? How's it going? Ain't gonna lie, yeah, cause I had so much hair on my face. I don't even want to edit that video. I look like a, bruh. I just don't look like me right now. Too much hair on the face, bro. It's going good. That's good. That's good. I'm glad y'all doing good though, for real. Welcome, 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 welcome. Where I'm at, I'm in Tennessee at the moment. I'm in Tennessee. Yeah. Ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a Titans fan all the way. Unfortunately. I don't tell people that really though. Cause like, who the freak wanna come out and be like, yo, I'm a Tennessee Titans fan. Yo. ATL? Yo, I go to school out there. I'm doing great, bro. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Yeah, I go to school in ATL. Well, it's like outside, but yeah. Mhm. Yeah, chat. Yeah. Know what I'm saying? We here for the summer. We here for the summer. You like the shirt? Bro, appreciate it, bro. Yo, I had this shirt for about like 2 years, man. Ain't gonna lie. Yo. Alright, we finna move it all right here. Forgot how I set this thing up. Us against the world, I really thought just you and me. You steady stab me and I'm back and then let it see me play. I should've known, I should've known, I should've known, I should've known. I don't think I'm gonna play games today. I think I'm gonna react today. Shoot. Yeah, I think I'm gonna react today. A lot of people in my Discord, they put videos in here that I should react to. So I think I'm gonna do that. Hey, Now stab me on my bed. Standing out the way. How long is this? Nah, I can't even watch this. Okay. What's this? Dang, they got a how to make ramen in here. That's crazy.
I took Wikipedia's timeline of the Cold War and ran it through Google Translate 50 times using languages with the worst translation quality. This was the result.
The history is wrong.
April to April 1945, US and UK fear Stalin's withdrawal
Chat.
and invasion
Last
of
time,
Poland.
chat, it was
March
going-
to April
it was-
1945, British pound.
You know,
Russian
bro,
officials
appreciate
involved
it,
in
man.
Operation
Appreciate it.
Vostok, President
me.
Roosevelt's second
Got me.
major, denied the allegations. Please stop moving. And then April 12th,
It's
1945,
basically just-
President
bro,
Roosevelt
these type of videos
dies.
that is
Vice
literally just
President
random stuff.
Harry St. Louis dies. You hate to see it. August 9th, Japan
whole
did
year.
not react when Truman authorized
Right.
a second nuclear attack on Nagasaki.
I don't know.
Live Japan
weird.
reaction. September 2nd, Japan surrendered to General Douglas. MacArthur led the liberation of Russia
Turn up,
and
turn up,
its
turn up,
allies.
Turn up, turn up.
There's two people now.
Okay.
You're on Team Douglas
Can
or
y'all hear
Team
me a little bit
MacArthur?
better now?
On July 4th, Philip
Is it
declared
better?
independence from the United States and entered the war against Hezbollah. What? February 25th,
Yeah, it is. All right,
Bo
bet up.
Russia win.
Bet
Bo Russia. On
Bo
June
Russia?
5th,
What is
Secretary of State George
What
Marshall
is that?
announces a major economic plan
Bro,
for
what is
war
that?
in Western Europe. This is the world through the eyes of the Marshall Islands. The islands have eyes. December 30th, Romania. King Michael defeated Agir Georgios died. This empire was overthrown and the Roman
Goodness.
Republic was established.
Bro,
1948.
so some people suggested this to me, right, chat? And basically what they do is they take the course of like everything that happened in history and they put it into Google Translate. And basically is this right here's the Google Translate, like going like basically describing the course of history. Yeah. And some of this stuff don't make any sense. Like, let's see, last time I watched this, I'm trying to remember. Trying to see an example. Like, it kept saying him took this whole country and destroyed the Soviet Union. Just one person, by the way. Just one person destroyed the whole Soviet Union. And it's like, what? Who is this guy?
Okay. January the 30th, Mahatma Gandhi is beheaded. On June 24th, Stalin visited France. Stalin closed all land routes from West Germany to Berlin. British and American troops arrive in Berlin. In response, the three Western powers flew fighter planes to Berlin and occupied it. On the 28th of June,
Like, it doesn't make
Stalin
any
blocked
sense.
the streets of
That's
West
the only reason why I'm
Berlin
watching
and
this,
launched
'cause
a
it's
hunger
like-
strike. It's just
It's
him on his own
random.
doing
It's
it.
so random.
1949.
Ain't gonna lie,
On
most of my
August
family live in
29th,
Memphis.
the Soviet Union tested its first
That boy
atomic
is
bomb
close
at a
to
time when
home.
the Soviet Union was the
boy
second
is
largest
close to
nuclear power
home.
in the world. The
Yeah.
United States successfully tested
most of my
the
family's in
Yo
Memphis,
Yam.
so-
Last October, President Tran Dai Quang announced the creation of a computer-based government for a quarter of the world's population.
For a
On
quarter
June
of the world's
25th,
population.
North Korea invaded South Korea, beginning the Korean War. The council put the house on a hill. Bloody council had done it! October
The council
2nd,
put the
US
house on a hill.
forces crossed the 30th parallel and attacked South Korea. Are they on the North Korean side now? On
Oh, it's
October
like south.
22nd,
What the freak?
China sent 30,000 troops
It's
to the
still not
People's
good?
Republic of China. And he's gone. Where has he gone? On November 9th,
Should
UN
should
forces
I,
moved to the
hold it like
Yalu
this?
River. China sent
Or is that, like, a little too
500,000
loud?
troops to attack North Korea and forced UN troops to
No,
attack
no,
South
no.
Korea. They've turned on their own
Yo.
side. On April 11th, General Douglas shot and killed President Harry S. Truman. He's had enough. He's going to use the atomic weapons. Don't worry, though. On October 10th, President Truman signs the Mutual Security
But he
Act.
died.
So he didn't actually die. 1953. The Korean War ended
Wait,
on
what's too loud?
July
What
27th
is, like,
when
the sound
President
or
Eisenhower
the mic?
threatened the United States with the development of nuclear weapons. I'll do it. We've already got them. I like how they were like, all right, he's serious now, we better stop. September 7th, leader Nikita Khrushchev and rival Lavrentiy Beria are assassinated in December. 1954, April to June, McCarthy fans protest the army. McCarthy game should be televised in the US. Let me play McCarthy game, please. No? On May 17th, Hezbollah takes control of the Philippines. On August 11th, the CCP set fire to Taiwan.
Ain't that the short guy?
Happened on the coast of Taiwan Island. The accent. Oopsies. May 5th, army invades West Germany. It doesn't say which one though.
What army?
On 1956, Khrushchev
none of this stuff
makes at the 20th Congress of the Communist Party of China. He says, "Towards the people
it's too
and
low
the
now.
people's
Is
influence,"
it too low?
which focused on the beginning of Stalinism. US and UK cut funding for Egypt's Swan High Dam construction because the rebels bought weapons. NASA developed the Suez Canal. The 29th of October, crisis in Sweden. France, Israel, and Britain fly to Egypt
I would do
to
music,
attack NASA.
but some
Canada
songs
opens the door
they'll
to
have like
Lester B. Pearson.
They'll have
UN
copyrighted.
Peace Prize Prime Minister
And sometimes they'll
of
like
Canada
block
awarded
other
the
people from
Nobel
watching. So I try to
Peace
stay away
Prize
from music.
to Lester B. Pearson. I think he wants us to know that he has a Nobel Peace Prize.
Honestly,
November
will be
6th,
fire.
Dwight Eisenhower loses
mind
the
that at all.
presidential election.
Because I do got some opinions for some songs.
December,
Keep it
North.
Hold up. New Magic Wand. Is that Tyler? I feel like that sounds like a Tyler the Creator type title. I ain't gonna lie. Though. It is? Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I notice every time I play Tyler the Creator though, it gets banned. Like every single time. It literally gets banned. I promise you. Every single time. It's actually crazy. Tyler's a fire artist too. Thing is though, like, I feel like Tyler though, if you want to like hear something different though, definitely listen to Tyler the Creator, chap. Definitely. He's tough, chap. Ain't gonna lie. When Chromacopia dropped, man, that was, man, I love that. I love that whole album besides one song. One song I don't mess with, for real. These look like low quality.
Game of Thrones King's Road is now available on both PC and mobile with Google Play Games. Explore.
O kurde.
First video is super blue run down. What's that? Alright. I see what's talking about. I do got a specific type of music that I listen to. Run down spaz. Run down spaz. Oh, that's the whole name. Oh, I ain't never heard of this guy. Alright. Freestyle.
ODG. For the peas, nigga.
Kendrick.
I don't need to eat. Hey, we ride when they sleep, so let's go. Ain't no more free spaz, nigga. Go. Hey, go. The real spaz, nigga. Go. Load the G. Let's go.
Oh, this is the right
Let's
one.
go. Big ass Glock in the can with a switch, nigga dissing on Mac, get left in the ditch. 762, they'll go through the brick, but I'm busting the Glock when I go on the hit. I'm smoking on A's. Getting tired of this nigga. Tell it big brother, come slide for this nigga. Bitch, I'm tryna sin in this shit on Christian. You fuck with the ops, you can die with them niggas. Send my little hoe, get the drop on them niggas. Just like a bitch, I'm cropping a nigga. I just came home from a 2-year sentence. I don't give a fuck, ain't no stopping me.
Hey, that's a
Slide
fact,
on
though.
the knob and drive me a nigga. I'm dropping your sister if that little hoe with you. Free Draco, cause when they get out, I'ma slide with a full end. Drop the little nigga. Smoke D clips, trap, red. Try to run off, I'ma cut off your legs. Loaded GG tryna put on the bed. Oppo tryna fuck, so I'm thinking ahead. Yeah, I'm from the back, clutching my leg. Dissing on Mac, consider him dead. Tryna get some get back from my nigga Fat Fred. If I can't take sap, put the Glock in his dread. Smoke fat tray, whole low weight, dude still got some bullets for the brother Tay Tay. Smoke for one, he smoke great. If he knew how to draw here, be here today. Fuck Nino, I go to his grave, take his ass out the ground, shoot the rest of his face. Smoke KT for the rest of the day. That's a 2-man pack, can't forget about Drake. Smoking on Melvin, Jack Boy 2, who the fuck did he Jack? Nigga Jack Boy who? I'm talking about Dalen. Ain't my work, but the pussy ass boy got whacked at school. Fuck a little sorry, he'll pack 2, fuck HOG, that's a rat ass crew. Quartez, he a bitch, told him fuck a little mark to his face, and the pussy boy still ain't shoot. Where you niggas at? What is the move? Smoke dude and dude, I ain't got nothing to prove. Never go sneeze, that's the #1 rule. This shit run on my veins, I ain't tryna be cool.
The rest of his
This shit
face.
Lamar,
Oh
he
my
must be a
God,
fool.
ain't gonna lie.
Wet his ass up like he jumped in the pool, try to run from the Glock. This switch on the back of this bitch, hit a brute like I'm out of his shoe. We bout that action. BTA, Oppo try me and get shot in the face. I was just locked up, I was MIA. Fuck that, I was locked in a whole nother state. But now I'm back out, I got something to say. Long live Christian, my nigga BJ. I was locked for some time, bro. Now with slime, why the odds keep lying? They ain't got no break. I'm chasing this bread, I ain't trying to debate. You depending on faith, I depend on this Drake. All you gotta do is click, clack, aim, spray. Shoot a nigga all in his face. Headshot for a nigga say EBK. Catch bodies for free, I ain't gotta get past. Stick a fuck nigga up if he think we gon' trade. Lil Rodney on go trying to dig up the grave. Let's go.
Bauer to
Yeah, it is a message delay. Yo, he was spitting though. He was spitting though. I ain't gonna lie. That wasn't even bad. I wasn't prepared for that. That was hard. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that one bar though, it's still in my head though. Versus take her at the grave, shoot the rest of her face. Bro, what the freak? That boy overkill. Yo, what the hell, on? Nah. That's crazy. That's on some GTA, John. Nah, that was definitely tough. What's good, Polly? What's good? Bro. Yes, bro. Ah, man. Nah, I kind of want to listen to another song, though. Dang. What's next? See? Like, I could really keep going with, like, songs, chat. It's just, once the stream ends, that's when the copyright comes. You know what I'm saying? I never tried pineapples on pizza, so I can't even say for real. But I have tried, like, pineapples, like, on a wrap. Like, chicken that has some beans on there, some, you know, some of that good stuff. Ain't gonna lie, that junk kind of bust, though. That junk was real good. Ain't gonna lie, it was kind of spicy, though. Ain't gonna lie. Dude, blah, legit. Pineapple on rice, it's pretty good. Well, how do you like pineapple on pizza? How that feel? Yo, what's up with these names?
If you ain't shoot with AMF, he's a fucking
Oh
goof.
no, everything. I think the rep I had has some rice in it too, I ain't gonna lie.
10 million, yeah, this bitch it got some kick. Them niggas did what they did and had to pay the consequence. Hop out blasting when I'm sliding, and I be driving this thirsty shit. You would think a nigga bap if I told you about what I did. When I speak, it's only facts. He was screaming out when he got hit. Real tough up on the net, now he on the floor looking like a bitch. Just walked in list with 2 hats. Really stepping on blood, niggas know how I get. He ain't get a chance to run, can't say that he tripped. Bounced out 4 sticks, 2 niggas got hit. I done lost my Drake, fucking passenger switch. Before they was out, they was on my dick. Can't fuck with him, cause I heard he a snitch.
Yo, Yellow was good, bro, was good.
He wish he was with him. Don't take too long till he right there with him. Fuck, he thought he was going, I was right there with him. Can't stop what I'm doing, I'm a madman, get him. The switch is spit and it don't stop. We got the drive and spent the block. My favorite ops got put on spot. My neck, I'm shining, shit won't stop. Last niggas played, they ass got dropped.
Yeah,
High speed chase, I treat the cop. We cannot fight, I will not box. I'ma take you right up top. Stop the dope, pop the lock. I see some J, we take the watch. super thirsty, might take the sock. Pull on the side, shoot up the car. A slimy without the top off.
Hello, you're an old soul, ain't it?
I'm everything they talk about. A slimy dude,
I'm not really-
you down. We'll kill 50,
yeah, I'm not
that's
really-
my round.
I'm
50
not
shots
really
to
hip
clear
to
the
the
crowd. I'll
new
take you
version
down,
of
I'll chop you out.
But some
Bitch,
of
you
them, they
better watch your mouth.
be speaking their thing though.
Bitch, you better watch your mouth. I'll take you down and chop you out. Take you down and chop you out. Go.
You know what? I heard I ain't gonna lie. I thought about the freaking Lil Mabu and what's that dude name? He was like Didi hit him with a screen. Didi Osama, yeah, Didi hit him with a screen. Like that's honestly what I thought about. I ain't gonna lie. B-Box Bottom got him. I know that one. I know that one. Ryan, get started. I got no. Is that the same one? I don't think it is. Yeah, Didi Osama. Yeah, I'm not really hip though. I'm not hip with the newer versions of like music though. House for the Die, it was smooth. I ain't gonna lie, it was smooth. It was real smooth. You know what I'm saying? We hit fireworks towards the end and John like that. You feel me? It was smooth though. It was smooth. Now I want to show y'all one person. Now this is one of my friends right here. One of my friends. Wait, pop up now. Yeah, you better pop up. This one of my friends right here. Let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna play my favorite one by him. Let me know what y'all think about this. Where that? Nah, where is it? No. Am I tweaking? Okay, I'm tweaking. Thank you.
Me too deep on the try like.
Let me know what y'all think,
That's
y'all.
unexpected as fuck, but look, these bitches show no love, mod.
For love, nigga. He's the savages need love too. Bitch, I do it for love. About you, it's no one that's above. When I think about you, I'm hard in the dove. Baby girl, I'm trying to see what's up. You feeling my G like what's that on your waist? I'm a savage, gotta keep it tucked. Look in your eyes and that shit got me stuck. And for you, I'm packing niggas up. About you, I'm hopping at the truck. You scream my name every time that we fuck. Face down, ass up, rubbing the kitty while I beat it up. She scratching me up, told her take that shit. Turn around me to taste that shit. She's like, man, I can't take that shit. This what you wanted, so take that dick. Get it? Do you feel what I feel? I'm outside like, shorty, what's the deal? What if I crash you grabbing the wheel? Think if I lose you, I may never heal. Mentally scarred, I'm trying to make a pack. Nigga, why would you
And I push my thoughts. Do you love me or not? Bad bitch in the Yemen, she go with the mouth. I pass you that 10, you gon' flake. Like, let me know if you die for that hit. What a bra with swooping that bus is a jet. I'm a stall. Why would I lie for a bitch? Gotta stay to myself. Cold nights. Gotta think to myself, am I really gon' die? And I just wanna know if you die for that ride. I'm a troop through they bitch, yeah, that little nigga fraud. Watch how I get bad. Baby, just pass me the heat. I'ma throw a few shots to get low from the scene. If the dish wasn't there with a bit of that sleeve. I'm a troop through they block, try to call me a beat. Got niggas on bark, no bite. Y'all niggas on bark, no bite. Let me know it's the bars, like, bitch, I'm backing up better.
Everybody hit that yo, everybody in drills how I rap, they be like always, chat. I'm telling y'all, I always hit that what y'all think about that one though? What y'all think? Oh, where am I? Oops, wrong thing. Boop. And I do it for love. About you is knowing that's a buff. When I think about you, I'm higher than a dove. Baby girl, I'm trying to see what's up. Whoa, wrong thing. What the hell you on? Nah, did I? Okay. You gotta go? Alright, bro. Safety. I'll be safe. Appreciate you, bro. Come back. Alright. My fault, Twitch. Ain't gonna lie, my Twitch started like tweaking. Okay. Alright. I'm back. Alright, bet, bro. Safety. Chat, I played this song because when it first came out. Cause my cousin told me to listen to it. I don't know if y'all was here or not, but like, yo, yeah. Ain't gonna lie. After stream, I checked freaking the studios. That one was like blocked mostly everywhere. And I was like, nah, I can't really do music like that. Unless it's somebody that I know. Unless it's literally somebody that I know, chat. I can't do it. I can't do it. Alright, where the history at? Oh, 255. I think we gained 3. Yeah, it was 3. We gained 3 today. Yo, that's W's. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Alright. Ain't gonna lie, chat. I honestly should take away all these videos. They're very old. Ain't gonna lie, I should take away most of them though. But the thing is, I don't know. I kind of want to keep them on there because they're memories, chat. Yo, they're dead-eye memories. Like, I don't know how I feel about it. GTA, what's good? You're good, bro. You're good, bro. Welcome, bro. Welcome. Hey, you said Galaxy Gaming? Man, I do it for love. What about you? Is this it? Think about you, I'm hiding a dove. Oh snap! With the blocks fruit for real. Oh snap! Is that the right one? That's the only one. Nah, it's not. Is this it? Yeah. We watching videos today. You should do regular uploads? Yeah, I should, honestly. That's a lot. Dang. Which one is it? I gotta find it. What about this one? What about this one right here? Should I read that bit of the Cold War history one? Alright, bet. Yeah. I started that one a little bit earlier, but I was like, yeah. I got you for sure. I slick. Gaming 20, or maybe Galaxy Gaming 2010. Okay, he said 2010. Let's try that real quick. Is it this one? Nah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I see. I made it 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I ain't heard of him yet. Like, where the freak is he?
Vietnamese rebellion begins in North Vietnam with Vietnamese aid. 15.5 British darts. 1958.
Oh yeah. Hold up. You got drawings and stuff. Hold up. What's that? YouTube? Yeah, it's YouTube. Hopefully that message doesn't pop up because that doesn't put a good look on this at all. You back, bro? Welcome back. No. I only watched it all the way to 5 minutes. I started at the beginning of the stream. Should I have waited? I'm sorry. My bad. Oh snap! I put a Discord in the goddamn Bitla Boogie on the Witless hanging. Alright, then. Okay, and then I'm putting in Twitch chat real quick. Hopefully it'll allow me 5 more followers to 5 more on Twitch till we hit 60. Yo, if y'all not on Twitch, then what are y'all doing? Polly, if you're able to pin that message, can you pin it for me, please? Whoa, hey, I was hearing myself. I don't like all that, you feel me?
Memoirs of Pope Mao. August. A Raytheon intercontinental ballistic missile is launched from Moscow towards Britain. On August 23, China began dropping atomic bombs. This was the beginning of the Second Taiwan War. The Cold War has just become hot very quickly. September 1st, Iceland starts water supply. That killed the mood very quickly. The British protested and sent ships to the area. Iceland just got water for the first time and the British were like, October 11, the author has moved. It's November, Berlin Crisis, 1958.
Like, what makes sense out of that? You know what I'm saying? Like
1959. December 6th.
Why is that
continue
so
running 3 ads. Is this when YouTube
I want to know what like goes on in
1959.
Like what
January
goes on
2nd is the first month.
Yeah,
However, he flew 5,990 kilometers without using an aeroplane. He is just so powerful. March 3rd, Moon Artist 4. This image was taken as it traveled 60,000 kilometers from the moon to the moon, which is 32,000 kilometers away. September, Khrushchev visits the United States for 13 days, but is not allowed to visit
the
Disneyland.
Almighty, the
To
Almighty.
the sea. Sea
Hold up.
time! December, Viet Cong NEC is established in North Vietnam. It is a communist revolution that overthrew the communist regime in North Korea. It is found in northern Vietnam and USSR. I like how they had a communist revolution to overthrow a communist government. 1960, April. Jupiter will test an intercontinental ballistic missile like Britain's Raytheon at Morotto in Moscow, Italy. June, conflict between China and the Soviet Union. Chinese leaders were not satisfied with the Soviet treatment of slaves.
Has it worked before in there?
The computer was invented and the war with the USSR began. The third Cold War has begun. I started having a similar problem on July 5th. August 11th, Chad retires from golf. No. No. On September 23rd, Khrushchev addressed the United Nations General Assembly in New York. I went to America for a month. May 5th, Alan Shepard becomes the first American to travel to space, successfully campaigning for freedom. May 19th, Jupiter retains Jupiter's shipland. It will be the first spacecraft to fly from Jupiter to Earth. I think Jupiter is like the entire planet is like united and also involved in the Cold War somehow. October 17th, unification of the Ukrainian SSR and the Ukrainian SSR. The Cuban Missile Crisis. October 16th, USSR builds nuclear power plant in Cuba. USSR agrees to non-binding agreement. Kennedy confirmed to Cuba about nuclear missiles and promised to destroy US missiles. Cap and Castro betrayed Turkey and Italy. What? Why? December 7th, rebellion again.
Okay, alright. I mean, like, the link does work. Dude, almost failed this year history. Yo, these would confuse you, bro. Don't show this to your history teacher at all. Keep it a buck. Don't show him. Don't show him.
I took Wikipedia's timeline of the
Like right
1967. There, right? On March 12th, Emperor Suharto such and declared himself president of Indonesia. East African countries such as the Soviet Union, the People's Republic of China, and North Korea. Indonesian treaty was signed by Suharto and the United States. The new football season brings the capital and foreign countries into Indonesia. China dropped its first nuclear bomb on June 17th, 2017. I must have missed that. July 1st, war begins. Don't know which one, just war. Any of them, pick one. The 21st to the 27th of December. 8th moon Apollo enters lunar orbit for the first time. He made 10 orbits before returning to Earth, but never landed on the moon. He had
10 orbits, chat. Who the freak is this guy? Who is he, bro? He's back.
Like, supernaturally powerful.
Chat. This guy is Superman. I think I know who this guy. This guy is Superman, chat. Cause he orbited that junk 10 times. He was like, matter of fact, I'm gonna tickle it. I'm gonna tickle the moon. He think I'm finna land on it? Nah, I'm gonna tickle it, bro. Nah, bro. Like, how, bro? Who is this guy? I don't even. Nah, word, dude.
He was powerful before, but he wasn't orbiting the Earth powerful. He arrived in the United States from New Armstrong Airport on July 20th.
Oh, snap.
July 25th, the Vietnam War begins.
Yo,
American troops left Vietnam.
Chat. Like, who is this
war
guy?
Began in South
Who the freak
Vietnam.
is this guy?
September 1st, Colonel Muammar Gaddafi overthrows the Libyan government. Libya, an ally of Britain and the Soviet Union, was killed. Rest in peace. A moment of silence for Libya, please. The entire country was killed.
Libya.
1970. August 17th includes Wolves 7. December 15th to the 7th is Thursday. He becomes the first astronaut to land on another planet.
After he went tickling, he went back. Welcome back,
Uganda on January
he went back, chat.
Was a joke.
He went back.
My favorite one is just March 28th.
He landed on the
Say
moon.
no more. September, Prime Minister Edward Heath expels 105 Soviet officials from Britain. His leg was cut off with a sword. December 2nd, Mars 3 approaches Earth and makes measures. He landed on Mars for the first time.
Mars
However, it
too?
was spread for less than 20 seconds. September 28th,
Mars too?
2019. Canada's biggest event.
Right,
the
he didn't even
Soviet
need a suit.
Hockey
He just
Series.
landed on it.
September 11th, 1973.
Bro.
Chilean Revolution.
Who is
King
this guy?
Augustus Pinochet killed
That's
King
what I'm
Augustus.
saying.
On June 28th, the beginning of Moscow. On April 18th,
beginning of
Khmer Rouge invaded
That means-
Cambodia, led by Paul Home. Who? May 12th, Mayaguez incident. The US Navy intervenes between the Khmer Rouge and the United States, rescuing the ship and its crew. He leads the team to failure.
What?
He's losing it a bit.
What? He lost? Chat, he was working for the other side. I'm not believing that. I'm not believing that. No way.
My
No
favorite
way.
one, Julia. The Apollo program has already
He
started.
failed.
This was the first flight of the joint Soviet-American space program. A successful mission is
Chat.
seen as a sign of
Yeah,
space
he definitely
flight.
lost on purpose.
November.
Oh, he did it.
Commonwealth
He did it
ascent
for
to
the plot,
South
chat.
America. The terrorist attack
Sometimes they
against
don't like to see
him
the hero win. They
took
love to see
place
the hero.
on November 29th. On June 29th, Syria will
Terrorists.
withdraw from
See,
the
chat,
United
he
Nations
switched sides.
and join the United Nations.
Chat,
July
he switched
20th,
sides. That's what
return
happened.
to the United States. Leave Thailand. September 9th, Mr. Mao Shandong. Mr. Mao Shandong, everybody.
What's that?
1978,
I don't know how I like that.
Independence Day in England. Chinese President Xi Jinping said on December 18th that China will continue to promote innovation and open up to the outside world. On December 25th, a communist government was established in Afghanistan. Visit Vietnam and Cambodia, please. May 4th, Ellie Margaret is elected Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. John Paul II visits Poland for the first time. He was born in Poland, but this is the first time he's ever visited that. On December 12th, NATO threatened to develop nuclear weapons in Western Europe. He has played this game twice.
Next, let's go.
Is he like a fourth wall break? He's actually controlling everything.
He has played this game
and this is
twice.
his second playthrough.
Chat, this dude is
It would
not player
explain a lot.
456.
May the 17th, Marx Lenin government and Peruvian army. Very good. On July 3rd, the CIA launched a counter-Soviet operation against African Union forces in Afghanistan. August 31st, after Lenin attacks Gdansk port, Poland signs the Treaty of Gdansk.
Bro.
1981, January 20th, Ronald Reagan is elected 40th President of the United States. She was elected thanks to President Reagan's
Y'all
anti-Semitic
sick want to play that
policy.
game though. That's crazy.
On December 13th, UN Secretary General Wojciech Chasky called for the abolition of the right to life in order to settle political differences between the Chinese Communist Party and... I'm calling for the abolition of the right to live. 1982, on the 24th, President Ronald Reagan announced the Caribbean Initiative to prevent the collapse of communism in local government. This universe's Ronald Reagan is very different. April 2nd, the United States invades
If
the
I can do my
Falkland
history,
Islands.
I'll be
This
able
was
to
the beginning of the
Say
Falklands
something about it,
War.
but I don't know my history.
Brand new He law just dropped, the 30th of May. He is from Spain, born in Spain. Oh, Zamorhi law. The Communist Party of Sri Lanka was banned on the
Spain?
30th of
The
July.
freak? This dude came from
He can be called
1939.
the youngest son of the Soviet Revolution. This is giving some background to He now. I like it. In October,
British
American
uniform,
forces
Spain,
invaded the
someone by Soviet
Caribbean
Union.
island.
Yo,
of
what the
Grenada.
freak? Who
He
is this guy?
overthrew the communist government, overthrew the Cuban army, and stopped the Soviets from building an airport. May the 24th, Congress adopts the Borland Convention.
Who
He
is that
condemned
guy?
aid to the rebels. August 11th, Soviet Union President Ronald Reagan
Bro,
mocks
they
Mike
can't stop
during
him.
testimony
They
week.
can't stop him.
President
He
Reagan
came
says,
back.
I
He was like,
am
y'all thought I
America.
switched.
Not
Nah,
yet.
come back.
I am delighted to sign Russia with each 5 minutes is burning. What? 1985, February
Yes,
6th.
Dad.
The Reagan Doctrine calls on the United States to support communist revolutions in third world
Is-
countries.
Oh,
On
snap.
April 22nd, the National Assembly elected members of the National Reform Commission. He was convicted of crimes against humanity and war crimes in Argentina from 1976 to 1983. God
Yo,
created
free.
human beings with life. November 21st, Ronald
Banana
Reagan
year.
and Gorbachev
Yo,
meet
free he, bro.
twice.
Free he in the chat. Free he.
Parentheses,
He needs to be
3
free.
times.
That boy was
For a
convicted for
conference
something.
in Geneva, Switzerland.
He was probably saving
There's a new character
the
just
world.
dropped. 1986.
Free bro in the chat.
She was elected the first female prime minister of the Philippines.
She.
1989, January the 20th.
She.
George W. Bush was elected as the 41st
Oh,
president
snap.
of the United States. Not H.W. Bush, but George W. Bush. February the 2nd,
Finally
Soviet
getting
forces
She-Lord
withdraw
now.
from Afghanistan. And then on March
Oh,
15th,
snap.
civil war broke out in Afghanistan, and Soviet troops were expelled from the country. You just keep getting kicked out. Tiananmen Square massacre on June 4th left dozens dead after the
Nah,
Chinese
word.
government cracked down on
Power
protests
couple, bro.
in Beijing. Not thousands,
Power
just
couple of the
dozens.
century.
On November the 17th to the 28th, the Grape Revolution ends in Czechoslovakia.
Great.
The day after the Malta
Great.
summit,
Great.
Soviet President Mikhail Gorbachev and American President George W. Bush announced they had signed a permanent peace treaty. Many observers saw the meeting as the official start of the Cold War. Both were a bit stupid, though, so ignore them.
Yo, peace thing. Cold War. What the
1990.
freak?
29th of May, Boris was elected president. Yeltsin, Russia. 1991, Albany's ruling Labour Party dissolved on June 12th. August the 22nd, add and add not.
Ad.
That is the question. Turkey declared independence on October 26th. A majority voted
Yo,
for the
he versus
independence
he
from the
gonna go
Soviet
crazy.
Union.
It's
Turkey
like
was part of the
Hancock.
Soviet Union the whole time.
Hancock
we
versus
didn't
his
know.
missus.
December 22nd, beginning of the French War.
Yeah, I know what
President
Hancock
Bush
is.
received a phone call from President Yeltsin and gave a birthday speech on December 25th. You know the Cold War. I hope you do, because you should watch a video about it. And then, December 26th, the Ukrainian parliament dissolved the Soviet Union, and America became the only country in the world.
Word. Word. Chat, we won. Yo. Yo. Word. So basically, we just fighting ourselves at this point, for real. Basically, chat, we're just fighting ourselves. Bank robbery that changed the U.S.
Big ideas.
No word.
Don't come.
On the morning of February 28th, 1997, a fleet of news helicopters rushed to a bank in an otherwise quiet neighborhood of northern Los Angeles. They pointed their cameras toward the parking lot below, broadcasting live to millions of people.
Unreal. Heavily armed men firing away with no apparent fear or care.
Oh, why was that dude standing with
On
so
the
much
ground,
aura though?
A routine bank heist, quiet neighborhood of northern Los Angeles.
Because he was standing with so much aura.
They pointed
chat.
their cameras toward the parking lot below, broadcasting live to millions of people.
Unreal. Heavily armed men firing away with.
Look at that. Look at that stance. That stance right there, he was going crazy. He's the thinker. This is the strategist. This is the smartest guy in
No
that group.
apparent fear or care for human life.
On the ground, a routine bank heist was turning into one of the most violent shootouts in American history. Two bank robbers were engaged in
I
heavy
wouldn't wanna be in
gunfire
that
against
position.
hundreds of LAPD
King
officers.
Von moment was
They were
that for
outnumbered
sure.
badly,
He was
but
that.
they were not
I don't want to be in
outgunned.
a moment like this.
The bank robbers came armed with multiple fully automatic rifles, thousands of high-caliber rounds, and enough body armor to render the LAPD's weapons virtually useless.
Like, how
That
do
morning, they
people
turned Los
get
Angeles
things like
into a
this
war
bad?
zone,
You know,
altering the course of American policing forever.
Oh, this might be the game super hot, chat. Super hot. Super.
Dad, I'm Bud.
Let's count
Alright,
smiles.
bro, these ads, bro, like, stop, Far Cry.
Larry Phillips Jr. came from a long line of criminals. His grandfather robbed
couldn't break the
trains,
generation
his father
curse.
robbed graves,
tough.
and in the years to come, he would become one of the most infamous bank robbers in American history. But his criminal career didn't start with high-profile heists. In 1984, after dropping out of high school, Larry began training to become a bodybuilder at Gold's Gym in Pasadena. But he quickly realized he didn't have the genetics to compete at the highest level and began looking for a new path. To look the part of a successful businessman, Larry tried to steal some suits, but he was arrested. Once out of jail, he earned a living as a real estate agent, but he couldn't resist easy money. So occasionally, he ran small property scams to defraud his clients. But the real turning point in his criminal career likely happened back at Gold's Gym, where presumably he met his partner in crime. Emil Matasareanu immigrated from Romania to Los Angeles in 19...
Alright. Probably not gonna watch this video. It's starting slow. It's starting slow. I need the juicy part. I feel like they just finna yap. I don't want that. I don't want that. Yeah, too much.
It is said that 5 years ago when King Von died, all 60 of his dreads were sent all around the world. Those who consumed the dread started to possess Von like traits.
If you wanna eat, she like Von. You already know, just put your girl on bleep. I'm coming.
Once in the light, be released from living creatures.
Now it is still unclear how many dreads there are left, but at least 23 people have been confirmed to have one.
They dangerous. Oh. Okay, I was watching that. And then which one's this one?
Wix gives you the power of AI to build the website you need.
This one.
Full business functionality. And a design tailored just for you. Customize every element of your...
It's the early morning of February the 28th, 1994, and 6 volunteer pilots are on a bombing mission in violation of a NATO no-fly zone. The leader of the flight is pilot Ranko Vukmirovic from the Bosnian Serb Air Force. He and his men are in Yastreb J-21 jets, which are no match for the NATO F-16s in speed, maneuverability, or weapons. The Yastreb pilots are trying to keep below radar height, but now, with the target getting close, they're forced to ascend to 2,000 meters to start the attack run on a weapons factory. In doing so, the aging Serbian jets light up the watching NATO radars. 50 miles away, 2 patrolling F-16s are informed of the J-21's presence.
You have 6 bogeys. BR-AA 320 for 52 at 7,000. Flanking. Copy that.
The F-16s bank towards the target. In an attempt to shorten the war, NATO has set up a no-fly zone, and the F-16s have been sent on a route to intercept. Vukmirovic gets a visual on his target and arms his bombs.
This is Wix Studio, built to meet any brief. When your project calls for bold creativity...
Is that like the
flight positions themselves in pairs, one after the other, when suddenly a transmission comes through the radio. A pit grows in Vukmirovic's stomach. He can clearly see the trails of the 2 American Air Force jets dead ahead of them. He takes a deep breath. In previous missions, the American jets have only watched and warned the enemy, but not engaged. Vukmirovic knows if the F-16s had wanted to shoot him, they could have done so from miles away. But his eyes go wide as he sees the 2 F-16s approach at breakneck speed and roar through and past the Bosnian Serb flight.
I have one of those for each stream.
Jesus, did you see those old Yugos?
Despite the show of force, the Serbian pilots are not distracted and keep their eyes on their objective. The Yastrebs are old tech and still use optical sights. And as the target drifts into the crosshairs, the aging planes release and drop their rudimentary but effective 550-pound bombs
I could do something like that. I ain't gonna lie.
Striking them from different directions.
They dropped bombs. Understood.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I do feel like playing Rocket
League. Weapons free. Roger,
I
moving
don't
to
know why,
engage.
but I do feel like
This is going to be shooting fish in a barrel.
At the very rear of the formation, pilot Zlatan Sirnalic watches the last of the bombs strike. The 6 J-21s turn back towards their airbase, but their speed is no match for the F-16s, who sweep in behind them, lining up their sights on the very rear of the formation. The pilot switches to air-to-air mode and selects an AIM-120 missile on his right display computer. On his head-up display, a box designates the target. The F-16 pilot gets a lock and presses the weapon's release button.
Box 3.
The missile flies off from the wingtip. The AIM-120 AMRAAM radar-guided missile fires and locks onto the running J-21's radar signature, rapidly approaching its target. Sirnalic is scanning the skies for the Americans when he sees an enormous flash. He wonders if he's been hit, but then he sees the explosion on his wingman's left wing, immediately shredding half of it off.
retreat. Wait, can he just like fly up to John?
The 5 remaining J-21s turn over and dive for the ground.
I ordered 200 hand-forged knives to my dorm room and built a Wix website to
Put
sell
us
them.
on a cliffhanger. That's crazy.
One of the F-16s gives chase, following them all the way down into the valleys between the Bosnian hills. Each pair of J-21s goes its own way, leaving Sirnalic completely on his own. He frantically looks over his shoulder as he flies through the terrain, catching the terrifying sight of an American fighter hot on his heels.
Ain't gonna lie, that little thing on the mountain, that was kind of smooth. And it said subscribe, like, and comment. People
The
can go
F-16
back and be
fires
like, what
an
the freak was
AIM-9
that?
Sidewinder heat-seeking
Yeah,
missile.
you got caught. Now you gotta subscribe. You gotta like.
It locks on to Sirnalic's hot engines and chases him down across the
I can't believe I
sky.
cut myself, Cat.
Sirnalic,
4
flying
freaking
low,
times. I
skims
got
over
4
some
cuts.
electrical transmission wires.
1, 2, 3.
The missile explodes near the wires
hurt.
and his tail, cutting part of his vertical stabilizer. But he's still flying. He reports the situation, but finds his radio completely dead. Alone and
No
vulnerable,
palm? Bro,
Sirnalic
Mike
looks
died?
over his shoulder, expecting a second impact at any moment. But instead, he sees the F-16 turning away. Back with Mikerevic, he and his wingman push their aircraft to their limits, racing through the valleys. But the F-16 relentlessly closes the distance.
But who's flying that?
He releases another AMRAAM missile, which rockets towards its target. Mikerevic is still looking across the sky to catch a glimpse of an enemy fighter when the missile
looking
flies
back
in
and seeing
and
your pot.
disintegrates his wingman.
I gotta
The
be
Yastreb explodes into flame and scrap. He breaks into evasive maneuvers once again as the F-16 fires another missile. It slams straight into his engines. The explosion shreds the fuselage.
Ain't gonna lie, keep it a
and
bug.
flames pour
Whoever
out of the
flying this
hole.
plane, he's a
He
freaking
wrestles the
goat,
dying
man.
aircraft, pulling hard on the stick
That
and willing it
precision,
to ascend.
the
as it
accuracy
burns
with
all
the
around him.
missiles, even though, you know, heat trace, whatever. Either
As
way,
flames engulf the cockpit,
that junk,
Mikerevic
yo,
pulls the canopy emergency
that dude's a
handle.
freaking goat, man. It's either that
and
or
jets.
whoever he fighting with these planes, bro. They
The
just suck.
F-16 roars past as Mikerevic parachutes.
I don't know, this
safely
guy right here,
down.
Fado, he moving.
The F-16s continue towards the next pair of targets. They swap positions with the covering F-16 diving into action,
2 more
armed
pops
with a
up.
fresh set of missiles. But their fuel is running low, and in a few minutes, they'll be forced to turn back.
Approaching bingo fuel. 2 bandits trying to escape. I may be able to get 1 shot. Roger that.
1 shot.
South of
One
the
shot,
F-16 pair, Vukmirovic and his wingman, Goran Zaric, have been forced to hear their friends taken down one by one in rapid
Yo, that gotta
succession.
hurt, ain't gonna lie.
Any hope they have is crushed
chose the
by
wrong
the sight
side, I'm
of an
sorry.
F-16 appearing over the hills behind them. The pair break formation as the American jet sweeps in. With just enough fuel left to make it back, the F-16 gets a lock.
Box 2.
Vukmirovic sees the missile launch off the rail and turn toward him. He turns hard, trying to outmaneuver it. But it's no use. It rapidly approaches from his right and explodes just off his wing. He's stunned, but the fragmentation does no significant damage. He looks back, expecting more, but instead, the F-16 pulls off the chase, out of fuel. But NATO command has dispatched 2 more F-16s.
Bro thought he was safe, turned around and was like freaking out.
Vukmirovic looks back
Chat,
up.
this cannot be history. Hold up. Whoa.
Western Europe is where artists go when they say they're going on a Europe tour. And the line is strictly defined like this. On the west of Czechia, there is civilization, businessmen in suits, and Mercedes. And on the east, there are...
Whoa. Okay. My brain can only handle so much history, chat. Chat, my brain can only handle so much history. It's not...
construction workers, plumbers, and Mercedes, but old. Western Europeans look at Eastern Europeans as a source of cheap immigrant labor who are also sort of white. Polish and Ukrainian people might look white to you, but Western European race science can get complicated at times. These are the big boys, the colonizers, the bike lane people. The real big boy here, and which many of you know from history, is Germany, better known to Eastern Europeans as, oh yeah, my cousin lives there.
Joker come from?
Everyone says Berlin is not a good representation of Germany, and this might be true. However, I've only been to Berlin and I fucking loved it. Germany usually looks like this, but Berlin is just gray because of the Soviet occupation. And whenever you're in Berlin, it literally feels like Stalin's ghost is looking at you from above. And you can literally see the Soviet divide because after a certain point, commie blocks just spawn in. Also, Berlin is the most lit place ever. I went there with 3 of my friends and we had so much fun. It was amazing. There were Diddy parties everywhere. I also went into a gay store, which we don't have in Georgia because it will get shelled by artillery, and saw a bunch of interesting things, and also got to talk with Elon Musk in there. And the Berlin Döner, oh my god, bro, it's so good. I swear they put crack in Berlin Döner, bro. I would not be surprised because there's certainly not a lack of drugs in Berlin, but it's so good. Going to Berlin and not trying a doner is like going to Berlin and not fucking a dude. And the funny fact is, if you removed Berlin from Germany, the country would get richer. Them having Berlin literally loses them money. Absolute cinema city. Then there is the rest of Germany, which has these extremely goofy outfits, dances which I like. Like, look at them. You almost can't believe they declared war on the entire world twice. Of course, they lost every single one for now, but seeing as Rheinmetall is going and the new chancellor is rearming Germany, let's see where that takes us. The new chancellor will rearm Germany just in time for the AfD, the fascist party, to win elections in 4 years. And then the fascists will have all these guns, and Poland is looking there so fertile and so unprotected. And they have their little brother down to the south named Austria. Vienna is like the most beautiful city ever. It's absolutely gorgeous, but it is also so boring, man. Oh my god, bro. Ain't shit to do in Vienna. Literally, when I was there by 8 or 9 p.m., the streets were fucking empty. Like, god damn, bro. Go outside. I don't get it, man. Is Diddy roaming the streets at night? Where the fuck are all the people at? And the thing is, the route I went was from Berlin, the latest place in Europe, to fucking Vienna, which is the most boring city probably in Europe for partying or something. But if you're into history and art, they have so much of that. First of all, every street in Vienna looks like it was crafted by an artist. I was looking down some random fucking alleyways and it looked gorgeous. Also, so much history. For example, there's Cafe Central in Vienna, and nearby there, in 1913 to 14, used to live Stalin, Sigmund Freud, Hitler, Trotsky, and the Emperor of Austria. Insane lineup. Only in Vienna, bro. The buildings in this city look amazing. They built these buildings to tell you and show you that they are better than you. Like, the only reason for building this fancy shit is just to flex on you. Like, yeah, we're better than you. What are you gonna do about it? But the thing is, Turks finally made it to Vienna, which is how you get Ferhat Doner, which is famous
Dang,
for
I must say
being
that
so good.
big
And when I
bite.
checked it out, there was literally a fucking line of Austrians waiting to get in, and it's so good, bro. I nearly
Let me see
busted
what the
under that
skill like.
table.
Let me see
But
what the
the
skill looking
Austrians are
like.
clearly
Yeah.
not appreciating these nice Turkish men making this food, because why the fuck are they voting for a Nazi party? Oh, just because they don't want immigrants, they're not Nazis. Motherfucker, the party was founded by an SS lieutenant. Look at this shit, bro. What are you
That
on
is,
about? And the thing you will notice after being in Vienna is that Austrians like to follow rules and orders. Me and Leo literally had a security guard of a bar coming up to us when we were smoking outside to shush and not be too loud, because those are the rules. He was telling this to literally other people that were speaking in normal voices, not being loud. And he had that look. I'm just following orders. But I knew he was secretly enjoying it, which is a metaphor. And me personally, I don't like a German or an Austrian guy telling me to do something, telling me to follow orders, you know? I think they learned in World War II about talking to Georgians that way, you know? And Austria is generally very gorgeous because they have Vienna, which is probably the best looking city in Europe. And when you go outside, it's these beautiful mountains with nice water, just absolute cinema. This looks cartoonishly good. And a lot of famous people are actually from Austria, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mozart, Sigmund Freud,
Like I had
and
to
a
beat that
person
out.
who has been gaining a big following lately, especially in America. But I don't care what kind of war crimes they have committed. Have you tried schnitzel? It's so good. Going to Austria and not eating schnitzel daily is like going to America and not eating a burger. Belgium is a fictional country in Europe
Burger's
made up by the European Union bureaucrats with the intent
what
of
things
smuggling
are
all of
American. Hot
Europe's
dogs, man? I think
cocaine
hot dogs
and
are
headquartering the European Union. This is precisely why half the
All that
country
healthy
speaks
junk
French
is American.
and the other half
I'm pretty
speaks
sure.
Dutch. This is also why they don't really care about Belgium. It looks like shit, and Brussels is so fucking ass.
Gabe,
that there's
welcome
literally
back,
a term
bro.
for it
Welcome.
called Brusselization, which
What's
means
up with
making
it?
your city look like shit. The roads suck, and the border from Belgium to the Netherlands looks like this, where you can clearly see the divide between an actual country and the fictional entity known as Belgium. Belgium is where most of Europe's evil takes place, and this has been the case throughout history as well. Not to forget the shit they were doing in the Congo, Belgian chocolate, my fucking ass. Not a single cacao tree grows in Belgium. Man, I wonder how they became so famous for Belgian chocolate if they don't have cocoa in Belgium. And because the EU is headquartered there, the whole country got used to hypocrisy. They say we are sanctioning Russia and then keep buying gas and oil and everything from them. And of course, exporting products as well. More things as well, such as when they honored the Congolese
your
leader
gameplay,
they helped
of the
overthrow.
Counter-Strike gameplay.
I hate to agree with Nigel Farage on something, but I do consider Belgium a fake country. Their colony of the Congo was fake. They didn't even colonize it themselves. It's a massive EU headquarters with cocaine and bad roads. They made Baldur's Gate 3 though. You know, they get points for it. They get very big points for that.
Now, despite the UK's kind of democratic decision to fucking nuke its economic and political ties to the EU 9 years ago, it's still an important player in Western Europe. I swear, bro. The UK has Europe's second largest economy, and assuming you're not counting Russia or Turkey, Great Britain also has Europe's second largest population, which is kind of insane because we don't even rank top 10 in Europe by actual size. Fucking Finland is bigger than the UK by area, which is why this country can feel like such a compacted cluster of fuckery sometimes. You could
That's
drive
crazy.
1
That's a
hour
fun
down
fact.
the motorway, or alternatively sit on a 50 quid significantly delayed,
Dude, I'ma
cramped,
sound
sweaty
smart
train
as
full
freak.
of
I'm
angry
telling
geezers
somebody
just
that
like
too. You
yourself,
know, I
and
feel
you'll
like, bro,
end up in a completely
UK not even that
different
big in
world
size.
from
It's
where
not
you
even top
started
10
your
in
journey.
Europe.
The accents, the
Like, come on,
scenery,
bro.
the slang,
I'm
the
using that, bro.
buildings, the people's looks. You can literally switch biomes in like half an hour in this country. I've never been anywhere quite like it. For example, let's say you started off in
that a fact?
Wolverhampton,
Or
yeah,
am I giving you a
Wolver,
fact?
the far west of the West Midlands. We call this region of our county the Black Country because from the Industrial Revolution until about 1970, there was enough coal being burned in these parts to cover everyone and everything in soot. It's industrial, it's rough, it's not very aesthetically pleasing, but at least the people sound funny.
This is a quick video message here to Donald Trump's Vladimir Putin, Vladimir Zelensky, to Israel. Let me know you. Right, you all invade him everywhere. Israel's after Gaza, apparently. Russia's after Ukraine. Donald Trump wants Canada and Iceland. Well, look, we'll come to a compromise, because none of us want to see World War IV happen. None of us want that. I ain't getting involved with it unless I can do it remotely on the PlayStation with the drums. I'm not getting involved with it. Not with my back. Right? So I've got a solution for you. You can all share this and we can call it peace. I'm willing to compromise and say to you all, you can all have London. Yeah? You can all have London, the capital of England. I'll tell you why you can have it, because it's full of total cunts like yourself.
Then about an hour down the road, you'll have driven through 3 different English counties, Hereford, Staffordshire, Shropshire. Then you'll cross the border and arrive in Wrexham, proper Welsh, small rural city. Here they have thick Welsh accents because they speak the fucking mythical language of Welsh, not English. They got castles, rolling hills, sheep farms, you know, everything you could expect in Wales. And bro, Gigi, please put a photo of some Welsh words on the screen right now so they can see how insanely foreign this shit is. Nah, bro, I should have never trusted this Welsh plug, bro. Fuck you mean I gotta go meet you round the back of Lanfair, Flgwyn, Gwyn, Glgogor, Free, Shrywyn, Dobry, Willian, Silo, Go, Goch, train station. I'm not doing that, bro. Anyway, so from there, you drive 30 minutes down the road, you're back in England. And God forbid you're in Chester, known for being genuinely like the poshest, most upper class city in all of North England. People here have posh English accents, you know, fetch me my cream tea, woman. Yeah, Chester looks insane. It's like all Tudor buildings. It's one of the few English cities that have these famous horse races, the Chester races, that are attended solely by inbred posh drunk wankers. They got wine bars, upper class nightclubs with insane dress codes and shit. You know, type of places that me and Gatsu would immediately be kicked out of for looking too hood, which has happened before, only in Vienna. So yeah, that should paint a good picture of Chester for you all. Then, an approximately 40-minute drive later, you've made it to Merseyside, Liverpool, where even I, a lifelong Brummie, struggles to understand the accent.
I'm Sam, you know, Paul, I'm fucking buzzing. 3-1 win against Arsenal, only team to win the first 3 games. He's right.
He's rapping.
This city is industrial, rough,
I don't know
not
what
much
the
of a
freak he
looker.
just rapped
Like
about,
29% of children in Liverpool
said
live
some
in poverty,
bars.
and just like where I'm from, Liverpool is in the top 10 UK cities on the crime index. So yeah, hopefully aside from absolutely making the day of anyone who's a relevant British city I just mentioned, that has given you a good example of how condensed this damn island is. We're really fitting the entire population of France into the land area of Kyrgyzstan, or like 2 Guatemalas, okay? All I'm saying. I mean, if you have a look at the metro areas of like Manchester or Birmingham or Glasgow or obviously London, you can kind of see how the word city is just an abstract concept on this island. We live more like splatters of baked beans on a long toasty soldier. Real ones know, man. Real ones know. But yeah, I've probably recorded enough now for Gigi to edit for another 2 weeks. And also to preserve my mental health a bit. And instead of delving too deep into the politics of this land I call home, I will give you a single stock image to represent how me and every single other Brit, apart from the occasional billionaire, feels right now.
Getting ready to go babysit. Women are cruel mistresses who wear shit like this to excite little boys, and they don't even have the decency to molest them. I have never been less surprised to see a French flag in my life than attached to this post. France is a country that gets a lot of hate. I think like 90% of it is deserved, mostly because of their colonies in Africa and their neo-colonialism they're still doing, literally having the word France-Afrique to describe their African colonialism in today's age. And even though their president is pretty handsome in my opinion, I kind of don't like that he went to Africa out of his fucking mind and started telling the locals that they should be grateful for France. When I'm out, I start posting about how bad the Armenian genocide was. We are not the same, Macron. You should be grateful we give you diapers even though we take away gold. Get a load of this cracker. I hate to say it, man, but I still kinda like France. No, don't unsubscribe. No. I fuck with their policies and their work laws and how much they love to protest. Game recognizes game, you know? Every worker can unionize. They are protected by the state. Employers can't fire you on some bullshit. They have a 35-hour work week compared to the standard of 40. And if you work overtime, they pay you 125% of the money for the first 8 hours. And
what's up? What's up?
What's up?
You want to tell the chat hi?
Hi, chat.
Yep. You just gonna play Brain Rot in my ear? Huh? You just gonna break? What you? Nah, bro. Bro, just finna put some Brain Rot in my ear like that. That's crazy.
And 150% for the rest. Also, a lot of companies include the 13th month salary, which is just one full month salary they give you at the end of the year as a bonus. Just go to labor laws, bro. I can't lie. Paris gets a lot of shit, you know. I've seen La Haine. I love that movie. And I don't know why, but I still think Paris is pretty nice. I can't believe that other parts of France are much nicer and look better, but come on, man. Paris is really not that bad. Y'all are just hating. Go to Prague, bro, and tell me Paris is worse. Get the fuck out of here. Also, the fact that they got 70% of their power from nuclear power, what do you want me to say, man? They're a rich first world European country with good labor laws. It's
from
pretty
nuclear
good.
power?
But in my opinion, they need to stop voting for parties that are named things like La Pédophile Raciste, you know? Are you ever planning to go to Switzerland? I googled and saw Georgians get 90 days visa free. Trust me, it's worth it. Bro, I don't know how much money you think I make off YouTube, but it isn't that much. Switzerland is a fictional country in Europe invented by Germans, French, and the Italians in order to have a place where they can put all of their looted gold, such as when Switzerland helped launder 91 tons of Nazi gold, and when the war ended, they only returned 3 tons. What happened to the rest? They don't know where it went because, you know, you can easily lose 90 tons of gold. It's just like pocket change. Them being evil and helping every rich person in the world to launder money aside, Switzerland is goated, man. The only issue is whenever you say you're Swiss and you try to talk about life problems, everyone in the world will tell you to shut the fuck up. Nobody in Switzerland has ever gone through 100th of bullshit that anyone in Eastern Europe has ever gone through, plus Turkey, honorable mention. But that's only because they're ruled by a Georgian, so
Lebanon.
what do you expect? My country is ruled by Georgians as well, and it's the complete opposite of Switzerland. The only thing we have in common are the gorgeous mountains. Flying over Switzerland reminded me of flying over the Caucasus. That is a very big compliment because this shit was gorgeous, man. And where the Swiss win is their amazing protection of their environment and these cool ass trains. How did they even do this, man? Swiss trains are literally made for dates. Swiss train views are gorgeous. This shit looks like a Studio Ghibli film. Oh my god, Gatsu, thank you for telling me. I want to go there now. Yeah, about that. Unless you make a bunch of money or have your trip covered by a Belgian billionaire making money off mines in the Congo and laundering his money through Switzerland, good luck visiting there, man. You cannot even get a hotel in Switzerland with a private bathroom for less than $1,000 a week. Let me say this in American. 20 chicken McNuggets in American McDonald's cost $8. Swiss McDonald's cost $21 for 20 chicken McNuggets. So
Dang, what the freak they taxing for?
It is so beautiful. It is on my visit list and I will definitely go there. But if you want a cheaper version, come to my country. We have taller mountains than the Swiss and it's not as expensive. Every single person who has been to Spain will not stop talking to me about it. They keep saying, oh, it's the best place ever. It's so nice. It's so sunny and everything is so cheap. The thing you gotta realize about Spain is that they were running shit. Spain and Portugal were so powerful at one point that they made a treaty splitting the entire world between them. Some people might call this treaty a little too ambitious, but aim for the stars, so if you fall, you end up serving British tourists. But their ambition failed them because they were simply too lazy to do all this. They discovered the native pussy and getting free gold from South America and never wanted to go back to grinding. So when all their colonies eventually fell apart, they became much poorer than they used to be. Spain is absolutely gorgeous. Barcelona looks like it was designed by good artists, and for the most part it was. And the south of Spain is probably one of the most beautiful places on earth. Canary Islands look insane, and everyone who goes there says it's the most beautiful place ever, aside from when they see old British tourists walking with their dicks
I'm not watching
out.
how hot dog is
I'm not
made.
trying to see that, man.
Got the
I can't.
whole fish and chips
When I go to my grandparents' house,
dangling.
I'm literally gonna
Andalusia
find
looks
a hot dog.
amazing
I'm
because
gonna
it
eat
was
the hot
also
dog.
heavily
I'm not finna
influenced
watch
by
how it's
Moroccan
made. I already know it's
architecture,
not-
who were
not
ruling for
satisfying.
800 years. Also,
I
by
ain't
kicking
do
the
that, though,
Moroccans
so I ain't gonna
out
do
during
that.
Reconquista, the Spanish also learned how to kick
I'm not
balls
gonna do
straight
it to
into their
myself.
enemy's goalpost. They've been so dominant
They
in
look
winning
nasty,
the
bro.
Euros,
They
it
don't
just
look
makes
real.
me mad. We literally
The
beat
feet.
Portugal, just get defeated by Spain, and then they won the World Cup. They harvest souls. These people are cracked at football. If your country has to play against Spain, good luck, because you'd have to be a moron to even bet on your team against Spain. Just like you would have
Bro, it is, man. I already know.
to be a moron to bet against Ilia Topuria. That's right, this Georgian man who lives in Spain is a UFC champion and the best fighter in the UFC. Some people would like you to think that Islam is better, but just you wait until that match. I had a taxi driver in Poland telling me, oh, I think Max Holloway is going to beat Topuria, and I'm like, brother, that is not going to happen.
got some random man
So
laughing,
Ilia Topuria is the
laughing
pride
trash
of
cans,
both
bro. What's going on
Spain
with
and Georgia, which I'm very happy to see. He's Georgian, lives in Spain. Either way, he's from Iberia. Literally, what can I say, man? Their economy is good. It looks gorgeous. It is widely believed by many people to be the best country in Europe just because of the weather, its beauty, and its cheapness. Literally, just go to Google Maps and look at everything. I really want to visit, but I've heard they're a bit iffy with tourists. But me being ethnically ambiguous, I think I will be fine and blend in with the Spaniards. Portugal is a fictional country created by the British to counteract the Spanish Empire, which is exactly why they've had the longest alliance between two countries of all time, literally running since 1373. That's insane. Portugal is pretty famous for going literally anywhere for gold, which is why they had a bunch of colonies. They were running shit for hundreds of years until they lost Brazil and their African colonies, and they were like, what do you mean there's no free money anymore? I gotta industrialize now? Come on, man. Just ship shit from Brazil, man. I can't be asked. And then on top of that, they got a fascist in power, and he was like, no, we do not need to industrialize. I want my lazy colony money from Africa, and then proceeded to lose all of their wars in Africa, losing them 3 colonies. He spent all of Portugal's money trying to keep their colonies in Africa instead of investing in infrastructure back home, and then lost the wars. Then he had a stroke and got removed from power. But the funniest thing is, when he recovered, nobody told him they removed him from power. He literally believed he was still ruling the country until he died like a year later. By the time he left, Portugal was cooked. It was one of the poorest and least developed countries in Western Europe. But have you seen Lisbon though? It looks very nice, very gorgeous city. I've almost fell down Lisbon stairs many times, but once you go down them and go outside, it's a gorgeous city. But the thing is, Portugal does not have heating. But this is Europe, white people. How do they not have heating? I don't fucking know. That's what I was thinking when I was freezing my balls off stepping out the shower in Lisbon. With only 6.7% of homes having central heating, and with most people using electric heaters. The main issue with electric heaters is that they don't warm your home up, and a lot of times they burn it down. So why Portugal refuses to use central heating like the rest of the world remains a mystery. You can just imagine Ronaldo freezing his balls off using an electric heater. But it is a very beautiful country, also very cheap. I'd highly recommend a visit there. They have cool buildings, and you feel like you're in that one American city because of the cool bridge.
You're in Northern Ireland.
Huh?
As in, like, you're not in the Republic of Ireland.
What do you mean?
Oh, no.
What is she talking about? We're in Ireland.
The nation of Ireland is responsible for most of the terror attacks in Europe and most of the hardest pictures ever taken in Europe, and for paying me my salary and secretly ruling the world. A lot of anti-Semites think that the Jews run the world, which is just not true. It is merely a ploy by the Irish and Georgians to not realize that despite our small populations, we control the masses. Some call IRA's actions terror attacks. I call it diplomacy. After diplomatically regaining their independence from Britain, they essentially became a tax haven for American companies in Europe, which is why they had a massive GDP growth, such as Apple and Google, which is why every YouTuber in Europe gets paid by Google Ireland, and why the UK declined my tourist visa application because they didn't recognize Google Ireland as an actual company. The Irish have mastered beer. I might personally find Guinness an ass beer that tastes like bad chocolate, but a lot of people love it, and Guinness is a whole separate culture of beer, talking about splitting the G and the debates on how Guinness is actually supposed to be poured. Also, for some reason, Irish pubs are literally everywhere in the world. Would you believe me if I told you I was in an Irish pub in Uzbekistan? I was, and they're found everywhere in the world, and my friend Leo is not a big fan of them. Mostly because they play shit music usually, but I think it's because he's British. Dublin does look cool though, but here's the thing. My white pass only extends to the Schengen area, and despite Ireland being in the EU, they're not in Schengen. Why the fuck not? I want to visit Ireland, but I don't want to ship my fucking passport off to Bulgaria, which is where the nearest embassy is, to get it approved. Hell nah, man. Ireland looks nice though. Very plain, very green, a lot of castles. It must definitely be a vibe. Just go to the Schengen so I can visit, man. Come on. Up the rock. I also like the IRA songs. They're dope. Italy is a gorgeous place, and Italians are inventors. They saw Greeks having sex with men, and they realized they could also do it with women. Since then, they haven't stopped inventing things. They've got probably the best culture export in the world besides the US, such as pizza, the ultimate stoner food, clothing. Literally, France and Italy have the fashion world in a chokehold because they both make the best clothing. And it's beautiful. I can't even make many jokes about Italy because what the fuck am I gonna say? Oh, Italy looks bad. No, it doesn't. Only thing I can say is that much like many fascists, they're not white. And hanging Mussolini upside down and then turning that place into a McDonald's was pretty funny. Also, Bella Ciao, the anti-fascist Italian song, is pretty good. What am I supposed to say? The people are hot too. I just wish they were smart, because why else would Italians move from this beautiful place to fucking New Jersey? Yeah, I know the economy and whatever, but come on, bro, look at this shit. Also, Italians faced a lot of discrimination when they first started migrating to America, being on the same level in American hierarchy as black people, which is how you got the movie Green Book. And Americans discriminating against Italians is crazy to me because, bro, you guys were colonizing Africa together, bro. What are you talking about, man? Also, the British Empire was much more interesting than the Roman Empire. I said what I fucking said. And if anybody got a problem with that, go fight Geopold about it. It is one of the most toured places in the world. They love Georgians because of Quartzhelia. A lot of Georgian flags in Naples. But yeah, it is very nice, and believe me, I will definitely be visiting. You are literally Dutch. Originally, yes. That matters how? A ridiculous, fake language and culture. Send me your cranial measurements, you old Jacobian ape. I must study you for science. Jakub, while experimenting, accidentally created the Dutch. His experimental project got out of hand. They started building bike lanes, making land out of nothing. They had grown too powerful, like when Stalin created Azerbaijan, or when he gave Poles toilets, or when a Swede created Russia. They didn't know what this would lead to. The Dutch grew powerful enough and put Jakub in a human zoo. Countries that exhibited people in zoos. I'm amazed and frankly skeptical that the Dutch resisted this particular temptation. They didn't, by the way. They had people in zoos too. The Netherlands is the flattest country in Europe, which is constantly at war, where their most dangerous neighbor is the sea. Also, Amsterdam is very, very badly located. As you can see, it is close to the UK, and they made weed legal and flights cheap there. A bunch of drugs and being gay aside, which I like, mind you, I'm not saying this in a bad way, this just means the clubs are going to be fire. They have probably the best public transport in Europe. Like, their bike lanes are famously amazing, their trains are amazing, their cities are amazing. I don't know, man, they're just winning in life. Malta is a fictional country invented by the British to keep better control of the Mediterranean Sea. This is why it is like the UK in many cases. The people all drive on the wrong side, the public transport sucks, and it is actually the first EU country I ever went to.
I would like to thank the population of Malta for saying goodbye to me in such a nice way. They even brought in a whole festival. As you can clearly see, thank you. I love Malta. Bye-bye.
And I can't lie, man, this shit looked good. Malta is very, very aesthetically pleasing, and the weather is nearly always amazing there. It genuinely looks like some cool Middle Eastern game, like Prince of Persia or something. Malta is gorgeous, and especially the views with the sea are amazing, really.
Okay, bet.
One slight issue is that they
Alright, bet.
have no gas, just generally. They don't
Alright,
have a
bro.
gas distribution network, so everyone has to keep fucking gas canisters at home, and a lot of times they keep it on their balconies. I don't know how this shit just doesn't explode in the Maltese heat, because bro, this shit is nearly in Africa, you know? Also, my video game grown-up mind kept wanting to shoot these gas
got
canisters
you.
so they would explode. But this is Europe,
What in the
motherfucker.
world?
Keep those guns away.
Was
And
that
if you make
propane
fun of
tank?
Europeans for not having guns, they will surely remind you that the US is the only country where school
What is
shootings are a
Drewski doing
problem.
here?
What I also like is that they offer a very good digital nomad visa with pretty low taxes, which is why Anomaly lives there. The Swedish man strives for hot weather and low taxes. Malta is beautiful. I suggest everyone visit there. You will have an amazing time. Luxembourg is a very beautiful and a very small country with big colonial ambitions. Luxembourg has a population of the devil's number K people, but despite this, they still wanted to colonize like other European powers. Luxembourg actively helped out Belgium in their colonization of the Congo, and they barely gained anything from helping Belgium out in this. They were mostly doing
I'm
colonialism for the love of the game. They also tried to give their hand in colonizing Argentina. Bro, you're not like these other people. You don't have the fire like that to be colonizing shit. So they were just helping other Europeans for the love of the
I think
game.
I'm
Also,
understanding.
Luxembourg has the highest
I'm
GDP per
understanding
capita
a
in the
little bit.
world, basically because of banking, and its good
It is too
location
small to be
helps
doing
with
all
that.
that.
Also, I was hating on them, but they have free public transport, and I know, man. Like, I know they did horrible things, but free public transport is nice. Now, all the microstates here are literally smaller
That is
than my
nice, I ain't
district in
gonna lie. That
Tbilisi,
is
but
nice,
they're
I ain't gonna lie.
technically considered countries. So I'm gonna run through them quickly because all of them are a
What
tax
happened?
haven. Vatican City, smallest country in the world, but beautiful. I mostly know it from Eurotrip because I'm Orthodox. Andorra definitely exists. It definitely has a flag of itself and everything. It's basically a glorified ski resort plus a tax haven. Glorified Formula 1 track, also a tax haven, but it looks nice and is famous for just rich people going there, which sounds like hell, honestly. Liechtenstein is insane because it's so small. You can rent the entire country for only 70k a night. And 70k is a lot, bro, but that's like a Mr. Beast gift.
I ain't
you
gonna
know?
lie, yeah,
Also,
that
it's
is
an
like-
absolute
Yo,
monarchy. Nothing in
70K
life
a night,
is
that's it?
guaranteed except
Yo,
death.
that's not
But
even
I
much if you really
guarantee
think
you
about
laughed
it.
at least once in this
feel me?
video. So for making you laugh,
For, like,
please
people
like
who
and
actually got
subscribe
money,
to
they
my
can just
channel.
spend that.
My country's rising
Oh, yeah,
real
I can just
estate
rent a whole
prices
country.
lead me to needing money and therefore subscribers. Like and subscribe, and goodbye. Thank you so much for watching.
Israel has hypnotized the world. May Allah awaken the people and help them to see the evil doings of Israel and the United States.
Yo, Trump don't give. No, Trump don't care, bro. Trump don't care. Whoa, we're on the math now.
Trallallero, trallalla.
Nah, I'm not watching that.
I ordered two.
Whoa, calculus. Yeah, some parts I understand. Other parts I really just don't understand. What is my little brother doing back there? I don't know what the freak he was doing. You know, yeah. Yes. Yeah. 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 I'm gonna put a. Yeah. Yo, a calculus exam? Nah. I gotta take pre-cal too, chat. I can't hurt my head right now. Chat. Math chat is my favorite subject. But chat, I don't know if I could possibly do that. I don't know if I can right now. Yo, my head would hurt so bad. Yo, it would hurt so bad. So bad, chat. It would hurt so bad. Don't know if I could do it, man. Okay. Ooh, wait. Yeah, that was a good video. I ain't gonna lie. That definitely was a good video. Wasn't a good video. That definitely was. I'm not gonna lie. Shoot, what should we hop on? Should we play a little something? Really could play a little something now. What in the world? What in the world? I should be able to play this, right? Okay. All right, chat. I think this right here is still in the beta, so I'm like testing for it. Yeah, a little something like that. I am testing for it, so I guess we're just gonna wait for everything else. They said that the official update, everything, so everything that's been working on, they're gonna come out with it. Is there any new characters that you can know? Oh, they changed all of them. Okay. Oh, they got Zoro in this bit. Hold up. Oh snap. Okay, Sakura. Okay. Mihawk. Yeah. Okay. What the freak? Okay, Yugi. Yeah. That guy. Okay. That. No. Okay, ain't gonna lie. The fact that they got Zero is actually surprising to me. What? Yeah. That's cool. Hey yo, he's fine in this game too. I'm not gonna lie, he is fine. That's the one. Can you check other people's stuff? Cause that's a lot of bread. That's my brother. Thank you. So this is what the map's looking like now. So they changed this around a lot, and then I can just join the game when I want. Word, just like that. Is that Tintin? Chat, what the freak is Tintin doing in here? Alright, what's this? Tintin did not do all that. Chat, Tintin is not like that. Oh, am I lying? Something else over. This is Anime Olympic. It's something out, but they kind of had it under testing for a little bit. As you can see, I'm getting clapped. Tintin is not like this, bro. She got timid. What is all that? What's all that do? Ah, it's like a challenge. Okay. Oh, so she can explode it. Got it. She is not doing all this in the anime, bro. Yo, this is false advertisement. I'm getting cooked. I'm getting cooked. I'm getting destroyed. I don't even want to use this person. Wait. I want to use Zoro. And I wish I can. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. Air variant. What's that? I'm not gonna lie. Don't even know what I'm looking at right now. Hey, they changed that too. That's new. Chat, I am getting cooked. It's fine though. I'm still testing everything out. Okay. Yo, I don't even know my combos right now. fact that that junk did not work is crazy to me. It's the bro. I don't know. Hitboxing this junk is actually kind of crazy too, cause he's far away from me. I can't even reverse it. Bro, if you telling me Tim could do this in the anime, bro, I misunderstood her. Okay, now I'm lagging. Yeah, okay, I see that now. Oh, what if I leave? Okay. See, I knew I was like that's definitely. Like I knew I was lagging. See, I knew I was lagging. That's definitely gonna be my excuse. Yeah, I'm out of jump. But yeah, that game is pretty fun though. That game is pretty fun. It is honestly really fun though. Keep it a bug. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I gotta start playing this. I gotta start playing Mugen because that's a new Demon Slayer game that just came out. I definitely gotta see what that's right there talking about. Whenever RLCs come out, chat, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm literally grinding that game. I'm not even joking with y'all. Literally gonna grind the freak out of that game, chat. RLCs, chat. Yo, I'm grinding that game. Keep it a bug. Ooh-wee, chat. I am grinding it bad. I'm grinding. Goodness. Oh, man. Chat, I promise you, my eyes are getting heavy. I don't know why, but I actually feel kind of sleepy. I don't know, chat. I don't know what's going on. But you actually feel like hella tired. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, chat. I don't know. Am I losing my touch? I might be losing my touch a little bit. It was that 4th of July. That 4th of July got me losing my touch a little bit. It's all good though. It's all good though. Chat might have to cut it a little short. This is gonna be my outro song. Alright. Chat, I ain't gonna lie, this song's a vibe. I love this song. But I am gonna call it short. Only cause I'm getting tired. I'm not streaming tomorrow, but I will be back Monday. But the thing is, I don't know, Monday I might try to like game a little bit more. Or see if I can find some more videos. We get some more videos, you already know. I already know y'all gonna have a whole bunch of reactions, so I'm gonna try to get to most of them. Hey, I appreciate y'all for watching. I think we gained 3 or 4 subs today. And then I don't know about Twitch. I don't know. But thank y'all so much. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stretch this out so I can hear my friend's part. I gotta hear a part. I gotta hear a part, chat. He said take care of you every day. I might just have to skip it to her part next time. There it is. And y'all know whenever her album drop, we're literally rating that whole album. We're rating it, chat. Alright, y'all be safe. Love y'all. Peace out.